let's take a look at this H&K. It's kind of a cool firearm. I don't have a whole lot of experience with H&Ks, but a good friend of mine let me borrow a USP 45 compact. So pretty cool carry 45 caliber firearm. It's pretty cool. This is not loaded. If you're carrying it, always want to keep it loaded. So stainless steel upper, poly black frame. It's I think a 3.8-inch barrel. It's got a good weight to it. Actually has a really good feel to it. It's it doesn't feel really thick and hard to get around in terms of my hands at least, and which is pretty good because some of the 45 caliber or larger caliber carry firearms can get pretty thick and kind of chunky. But this is a pretty cool firearm. So you have a 3-dot system. The back sights is almost blacked out, which I actually like, so I can focus on that front dot. And I believe it's a night sight. At least it looks like one. I haven't shot this in too dark of a setting, so I'm not sure. Couple of notable things. I believe it's a 4.5-pound trigger, which actually feels pretty nice. So I'll let you see it here. You can see there's a little bit of take up. It's actually quite a bit of take up. There's the wall. Hardly any creep, and then a clean break. Right? So, pretty nice though. The safety, as you can see, acts as a decocker. So, cock back, throw the safety on, decocks it. Kind of a nice place for your pinky here with this mag. So you get another thing to mention. So one thing that I'm really struggling with, right, is the mechanism that they use for a mag release with the H&K. So you have to flick down on this rather than the traditional, thumb mag release here on the side. So for me, it's really hard to get used to. I'm sure if I shot this more consistently and just was around this style more consistently, it wouldn't bother me as much. But currently, it actually does bother me. So got to flick down and kind of do some weird shit. It just my finger gets way out of the trigger guard. So for I guess for follow up shots or to throw a mag in if I were to be in a home defense situation and had to change mags. I mean, it's not a super common situation for an everyday carry. Usually you're going to carry the firearm with the mag in it, and that's pretty much it. You're not really typically going to carry extra mags and have to worry about doing a mag dump. But if you did, it bothers the shit out of me. So there's that. But other than that, though, I do like the firearm. Another thing, at least for myself, when I'm coming across with my offhand and I'm going down the slide here, so this is very large, the slide stop. So for me, at least, it's hard for me to get a clean purchase on the firearm just because that's kind of right where my offhand goes when I'm going down the side of the firearm. So I ended up right here. If I really kind of torque down with my hand, it would be a little bit more comfortable, but still, I still get that large slide stop. Now, some people like that because it is easy, obviously, to manipulate the firearm with a larger slide stop. However, I really do like a flat surface to where I can get that offhand thumb. And for myself, at least, I have to really kind of torque down in order to get away from this. So, for you, that may not be a thing. It's probably just my hands. But I did shoot this actually very well. So, it was a good shooting 45. I wasn't attacked more or less with the recoil on this. I was able to control it pretty well. So I really do like this firearm. Couple notable things though. Price point, right? So best deal I found on this is maybe a little over $1,000 for a carry, maybe $1,100. So it's a little bit pricey on the carry side. Like for instance, what I'm carrying today, right? This is the Glock 30. So I don't have one in the chamber. A little fatter, so none in the chamber, but it's like $600 or $580, and show you kind of some comparisons. It's a smaller, you can see here, it's a smaller firearm. It is a little bit thicker, but you get your standard Glock things. You get your mag release on the side, get everything that you like about Glock in this. for what, half the price. So something to be said for that, at least in my opinion. It is a very good shooter. It does feel pretty good, but keep that price point in mind. So let's go through, take this down a little bit and get into this motherfucker, because I gotta take this bitch to the range here, see if I can't get some shots down the range. So we'll take this down. This is kind of a pin push out system here. So we'll take the mag out. I almost tried to go for the standard mag releases again. So mag's out. We're gonna go ahead and you see this right here. We have to line this little window up. Right, and we have to push out this pin, which if you can get it lined up, it's not too bad. Hard part's getting it lined up. There it goes. We almost got it. All right, so this is out. You can see through it, right? We let that go, squeeze that bitch, take it right off. So I don't think this has been cleaned in a very long time. Right, there's the guide rod. Let's take out the barrel. Should probably put my gloves on already, but that's okay. Just a little bit of fucking gun juice. Barrel's out. 3.8-inch barrel. Alright, so now that I already got shit on my hands, I'm gonna go ahead and fuck my gloves up here. But that's alright. There we go. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. It's going to be a quick clean on this. First, let's get some gun cleaner. All right, we'll just dab this down. Oops, there we go. Just a little dab on there. We're going to go on the outside of the barrel here. Oops. There we go. Go ahead and get this slide stop. Get the outside of the guide rod. It's kind of an interesting guide rod. Oh, this has got a little, almost like a little washer on it. It's kind of interesting. But we'll just go around that real quick. Getting the inside of this slide here. Trying to get any of the carbon buildup off, just so it functions properly. If you have a carry firearm, it's really obviously important to make sure that it's reliable. So part of that is cleaning it. Go. It's not that bad. Thought it would be worse than this. Just quick clean on it. There's that. We'll go ahead and get a little more dab on there. Alright, let's get the frame. There you go. Nice, simple, quick, and easy. So, not quite as clean as a Glock system. It's more comparable almost to like a, well, I guess it's a standard hammer-fired system. You're not going to get the Glock takedown pins on the side. You're going to get this thing where you have to line up and push this little pinhole through, which is, it's not terrible. It's just not as quick as a Glock. And if you're coming from Glock systems, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So we'll hit that real quick. Let me see if I have anything for this barrel size. I think I do, but not here. Let's see. No, I don't have any on me. So it's gonna go here. So I don't really have anything on me for the barrel, unfortunately, this size. So I just don't feel like hunting for it. But typically I would clean the inside of the barrel a little bit more. But that's all right. This is a case you're going to get also. So you're going to get this hard case. I believe it comes with 2 8-round mags. So one in the chamber, that's 8+1. All right. Guide rod's back in. Now we're going to go ahead and throw a little bit of oil on it. I'm just going to do the contact points where the metal comes in contact with metal. All right. So I like to hit all these points here. Get a little bit on the hammer. That looks good. We'll hit the slides too, though. Once you rack it, it'll get all the oil from the slide will go right onto the frame, vice versa. So that looks good. Now we're just gonna go ahead and throw this back on. So we're gonna line this up. There it is. All right, running like a sewing machine. So let's line this window up right here. So window's lined up there. We're gonna go ahead and pop the slide stop back in. Make sure it's all the way in. Yeah, same thing. I'm getting fucking pinched again. My assumption is it's probably the fucking mag. So let me take the mag out. Yeah, just the mag. Also, it helps if you're not an idiot. So there's that. But now it's running well. You can see it's nice and oiled. We're ready to take this to the range. Hopefully I get some fucking time. All right, so kind of a cool firearm. So you can see you got, this is the safety decocker again, just to show you that again. So it's cocked back. This will decock it. There we go, if I can fucking work it. But pretty cool firearm. For the price point, it'd be a little trouble for me to purchase that based on the price point for what I'm getting. It is a good firearm if you want to spend the money on that, but for me personally, price point wise, I just rather have the old regular Glock. Get the same thing. I think you get actually more. Yeah, so you get 10 rounds plus 1 in this, so capacity is higher, it's a little thicker, but fuck, it's half the price. So, and it's everything I'm familiar with in terms of the Glock takedown pins. I'll do a little video on this later. You get the traditional Glock sight, so you can take that shit out if you want to, but get everything you love in a Glock for half the price. Maybe not quite as fancy as this, but both good firearms. This is a little pricey for me for what you get, but if you want to spend the money on it, it's a solid firearm.